Hey, welcome back once again to Champ Real Estate Podcast, and I'm your host, Gary Brackett with eXp Realty, and I have a special guest, the number one female mortgage lender in Indiana, Angie Turley. Thanks
Hello.
for being back with us.
Thanks for having me.
So we're talking about the Homes for Hero.
Yep.
Not Hometown Hero, because
Right. It's okay.
I kind of get confused because I feel like myself, I'm a hometown hero.
You are a
Because I'm
hometown
like
hero.
relatable,
Yep.
down to earth, all
Yep.
those things. Why I make a great real estate agent.
Yeah.
But today we're going to talk about with the Homes for Heroes.
Yep.
We're going to talk about doctors.
Right.
And they have a program specifically for doctors.
Yep.
Where it's amazing.
That is amazing.
And they can actually like be in school with a signed contract that they're going to work and still get a loan. So there's none of that 2 years of W-2s,
Yep.
work histories, none of that 20% down.
Right.
So what does the program entail for doctors?
So basic overview,
Okay.
0% down,
Zero.
up to $1 million.
Wow.
Which is kind of a big deal.
Yes.
We don't have to count their student loan payments against them, which can be a big deal because
Wow.
some doctors...
And explain this to them because a lot of times
Mhm.
doctors are very intelligent
Yes.
in being a doctor.
Yes.
Oftentimes you have to educate them a little bit, right?
Right.
They learn great.
Right.
So how does that affect them in terms of like not counting their student loans against them?
So the normal everyday human, if you will, that's
Mhm.
going to come get a loan.
Right.
If
You and I.
Right.
Right.
If we have student loans, and again, round numbers, let's go $50,000.
Wow.
And I have 50, because I mean, average, right?
Yeah,
You're looking,
yeah,
that's a year of college.
Yeah.
Now it's great.
Scary.
Or two. Or
That
it just
depends
depends.
where you go,
It
yeah.
depends. So $50,000, and we have to count, if you're not making any payments on those,
Mhm.
1% of your balance
Right.
as your payment.
Right.
So that could kill somebody, like
Yeah.
as far as their debt to income ratio goes. So if you're a doctor, we don't have to count anything against you because as you come out of medical school, they're not going to require that you make payments anyways
Mhm.
because they're knowing that you're going to build your income over the years and that eventually you're going to pay them back, but they're not going to ask for payments the first year.
And they have a great deferment programs and everything else that they can
Correct.
apply for. So
Yep. So the
Yep.
first year they're going to defer their loans.
Okay.
So, and again, a normal everyday human, we have to count 1%
wow.
of that balance.
So 100,000, that's $1,000 in DTI. So that's
That's
big.
huge. I mean, that
Yeah.
could kill somebody's deal.
Nah,
like
no
that
question.
could go from you qualifying for a $250,000 house, now you qualify for 100.
Wow.
So for doctors, we don't have to count that against them. And then their debt to income ratio, we can go up to 50% of their gross monthly income.
Wow.
And the normal for conventional, we try to stay around 43%.
Wow. So again, if they're making $200,000, so their debt to income is, and it's off of gross,
Gross, right?
right? So
Not
it's
net.
$100,000
Yep, divided by 12,
divided by 12.
$833,
Yeah.
33 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a big deal for them to be able to go that much because the other thing that's cool about the doctor program is they know they're going to make more money.
Right.
So they know that the future income potential is huge because they get through their first year of the residency. And then after residency, every year, you're going to build more money, which is why they allow us to go higher on the debt to income ratio.
Right. Now, what would happen if they're like a surgeon or something? And they're going to make a lot more
A
money.
lot more money.
So they want to buy more than $1 million. They want to be on guys. They want to be, a bridal born. They want to be like in a nice house. They deserve it. They've been in
Right.
school for 10 years. They've been grinding.
Yep.
So they want to buy a $1.5 million house.
Yep.
How would that look?
So they would just have to put 5% down. So they can go up to $2 million
Right.
and still put 5% down and then still have no PMI.
So is it 0 on the million and then 5% on the extra?
5% of no, it's just
Okay.
flat. So if
Okay.
their purchase price is $2 million, they got to put 5.
We'll
If their
see.
purchase price is $1,001, they have to put 5% down.
All right. Cool.
Yep.
So be strategic, right? I got a guy that can help you out with that.
Right.
Realtor, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
help you find a house. All right, great. So that's amazing. So I think another really great thing, because typically if you're putting down 0%
Right.
or 5%, there's this thing called PMI.
Yep.
Can you tell us what PMI is?
So PMI is private mortgage insurance. And
Okay.
basically what that does is it protects the lender. So if you don't make your mortgage payment, then their PMI companies are going to come back and make sure that the bank is making their money back. So if you don't put 20% down, and again, normal everyday loans, you have to pay PMI.
Right.
All first-time home buyers have to pay PMI. When you do a USDA loan, you have to pay PMI. So everybody pays PMI unless you put 20% down, except for doctors.
Except for doctors. So
And-
let's add up how significant this is.
Yeah,
Because you said essentially $100,000 is how much you pay a month.
approximately $75 a month.
Right. So if I do $1 million, Is that 75 plus 10 or times 10?
Times 10.
So that's 750.
Times 12.
Wow. So almost like $9,000 a year
saved on a monthly payment.
Wow. And this I think we said doctors, but it also extends to
nurse practitioners, and pharmacists.
Yep. Wow. So this is a great program.
It is a great program.
Anything else that they should know about the program before they qualify? With all the loans, and we just have to say this, they have to be approved.
Correct.
And what are the things that they should know about being approved for their loans?
So this one is a minimum credit score of 680. And again, like you and I have talked before, we do credit repair.
Right.
So maybe they're at a 660 and they need 20 points. We have what's called a rapid rescore program that we can jump them and tell them if you do A, B, and C, or even just A, we can get you from a 660 to 680, and our rescores can be done in 7 business days.
Wow. So they can be approved. Or I find it sometimes where it's a student and they're about to graduate and their third year and they're looking and they don't know where they're going to stay.
Yep.
And maybe they have some things on their credit, right? I get it. You're in college, you're broke college. So they could potentially start 6 months, a year prior.
Correct.
And have that 680 and be able to roll into that home.
Yep.
Once they have that contract and they're ready to go.
Yeah, we just closed somebody a couple weeks ago that we've been working on the credit for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And as long as you stick with them and we do monthly check-ins and all the things and just say, hey, let's help you with your credit. Again, we don't want you to be a number. We want you to be a client for life. And we're going to make sure that you matter.
That's amazing. And how much is it for credit repair?
It's free.
Free.
Wow.
Free. Who doesn't like free?
I know. Everybody loves free, especially in this economy when you got to pay $5 for eggs.
Oh man, I think free tastes better. Like when I hear free, just like just the liquor, the food, everything.
Right, everything's better when it's free.
But credit score, obviously, we're talking about either your first home or your second home.
Yep.
I just think it's an amazing program and amazing company that gives out free credit repair.
Yep.
Kind of sets people up. So how do they get in touch with you? How do they, fill out this application? How do they get ready to put 0% down on an under $1 million home? How does that happen?
TeamTurley.com. Hit the full application, apply now, and then we'll get you guys hooked up.
All right, awesome. Well, you heard it here first. If you're a doctor, if you're a nurse practitioner, or if you're a pharmacist, this is an amazing program for you. So definitely get in touch with Angie and her team. And then call me for your real estate needs, or you can find me at my website, glbexp.com. I hope you like this information and education. If you did, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. We want to help more people get educated and make home buying fun. It shouldn't be crazy. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be difficult. It should be fun. You should be with professionals. You should be with experts that's going to help hold your hand through this process and put you inside your dream home.
Yep.
So I will see you guys on the next podcast. And definitely, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and we'll be sure to get back to you.